Today's video comes from the Priory of St Cuthbert and Our Sacred Lady, commonly known around town as Worksop Priory. So yes, we're in Worksop. Now in this video we're going to do some drone shots, have a look at it from above, have a look around the fantastic building that's over 900 years old. We're going to have a look at the Gatehouse, which was one of the very first, or if not the very first, elementary school in England, and just generally have a look at this fantastic building. So let's crack on and see what we can see. Now, as you can see, this building is absolutely fantastic. The one thing about churches is they tend to be some of the oldest buildings in the country, older than most castles and everything else around here by a long way. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a walk around. As you can see from the outside, we've got one or two tombs and things like that, some of the more important people that are buried here. And then over the back we've got a massive cemetery, very ancient cemetery we're going to have a look at. And then we're going to have a look at some drone footage as well. Now, as you can see here, there's a long row of ancient tombstones. Now, what I believe happened here was when they renovated the back end of the church, they had to dig quite a few graves up, and instead of destroying the tombstones, they actually laid them out like this. So I'm going to go into the ancient cemetery. I'll put my teeth in. So we're going to go into the ancient cemetery, have a look at the rear of this building from behind. You will get to see it with the drone shot as well. And just have a look at some of these gravestones and some of the monuments that's in here. We've got a couple of monuments in here, angels and that kind of thing, so we'll go and have a look at those. So this is the rear of the Priory Church, the western end, and it was all well, renovated because it was in a dire state, I believe. Now if we have a look, we've got a couple of monuments over there. We've got a big angel over here, and if we have a look just there where those houses are, that road is Cemetery Road. So that used to be the entrance into the cemetery at one time. And as you can see, it goes all the way back down there. I'm not going all the way back down there. My legs won't cope. We do have a couple of more modern burials here. These two in front of us are dated from the very early 70s, late 60s. So, you know, there have been people buried here up until 50, 55 years, 60 years ago. So there you go. There was a cemetery used by the local population. Now, I don't know whether these people were something special to the church, that's why they're buried here, because there is a massive cemetery in Manton that was there when my mum was a child, and she was born in 1931. So why some people would be buried here, I don't know. But anyway, this is the west end of Priory Church. Right, we've had a look around the outside. Let's have a look at the inside. Now, this is down the full length of the Priory. You can see the font in the middle there, and you can see what a magnificent structure it really is. And the beauty inside is absolutely fantastic. This is the opposite end of the church, so you've got the organ and everything there, and we're going to look in the opposite direction this time so we can see all the way down to the bottom. This is what they call the Lady Chapel for small services and things like that, and it's very nice inside, as you can see. Now this here is a skull with an arrowhead in it. Nobody knows where it came from, but it's there. And yes, obviously killed him. Right, we're back outside now, and we're going to take a wander up towards the Gatehouse. Now this is said to have been the first elementary school in England. Now the iron gates that you can see a recent addition. You used to be able to walk through there, and this used to be the main road before they built the road at the side of the Gatehouse. And when we get to see round the other side, round the front, there you go, there's an abbey cross there. That used to be where the road is now, and they had to move it, obviously, for the traffic to get past. But yes, you can see it a bit better in this photo. The building on the corner used to be a pub called the Cross Keys. It's no longer a pub. It's a kitchen sales place. Now here we have what's left of the ruins of the old abbey. And as the camera pans across, you'll be able to see this is war graves. So it's from the War Graves Commission here. Long before the church existed, Worksop was already an important Saxon settlement. The Domesday Book of 1086 records Worksop as a thriving community with farmland, woodland and more than 50 households. Doesn't seem much that, but in those days it was a lot, making it one of the largest settlements in the area. After the Norman conquest, the land passed to Roger de Bussy, before eventually coming to the hands of William de Lovetot. In 1103, Norman noble William de Lovetot founded the Priory of Our Lady and St. Cuthbert. He invited the Augustinian canons to live here, but unlike most monks who live almost entirely in isolation, the Augustinian canons worked closely with local communities. They held church services, educated children, helped the poor, looked after travellers, and farmed thousands of acres of land. For more than 450 years, the Priory became the heart of Worksop. By the early 1500s, the Priory had become extremely wealthy. Historical records value its annual income as almost £240 a year, making it the third richest monastery in Nottinghamshire. It owned more than 2,000 acres of land, churches across the area, mills, fish ponds, woodlands, farm. Every Christmas it distributed bread and beer to local people in memory of William de Lovetot. Everything changed when Henry VIII broke away from the Roman Catholic Church. Between 1536 and 1540, he ordered the dissolution of the monasteries, closing hundreds of religious houses across England. Officially, it was a reform. Unofficially, it also made the king incredibly wealthy. That's nothing new, is it? Worksop Priory surrendered in 1538, and by November 1539, the king's commissioners had taken possession. The prior, William Stokes, and 16 canons were pensioned off. The monastery's land, treasures and building all became crown property. So why wasn't the church destroyed? Well, this is where Worksop becomes different. Almost every Masonic building was dismantled. The valuable lead was stripped from the roofs. The lead dressed stone was reused in other buildings. But the nave, the part where the ordinary townspeople worshipped, survived. Historical records say that the townspeople were determined to keep it. Eventually, permission was granted for the nave to remain. Today, it's the building that you're looking at. Now, whether there was an actual riot or simply determined negotiation isn't certain, but without the people of Worksop, this magnificent church probably wouldn't exist today. So what happened to the rest? Well, if you could travel back 500 years, you wouldn't just see this church. You'd see cloisters, dormitories, kitchens, workshops, a chapter house, gardens, barns, stables, and guest accommodation. Almost everything disappeared after the dissolution. One remarkable survivor is the Gatehouse, which we had a look at. After the dissolution, it became the vicarage, and it was later used as what to be believed to be England's first elementary school, giving it another fascinating chapter in its history. During the 1800s, much of the church was restored. Architects repaired damaged stonework and added features in keeping with the medieval design. Many visitors assume everything is Norman, but quite a lot of what you see is Victorian restoration sitting alongside genuine medieval stonework. So if you've enjoyed this video about this beautiful and historic church stroke priory, please give this video a thumbs up, please share and please subscribe. And if you're from the Worksop area, I'm sure you will have enjoyed it. So all I've got to do now is land my drone nice and safely while I have a community support officer watching me. Please enjoy the video.